We are starting in a second. Well, so yeah, we're going to continue the MG Kshatriya, the master. Well, it doesn't say master grade, but we assume that it is. Okay. Hello and goodbye, I guess. I need to put these guys away. They're not just taking space over here. I mean, it's fine if you don't want to. I'm not forcing anyone to be part of the stream. Some days I just want some peace and quiet. Alright. Still a crab. Anyway, I might almost didn't do one today. But yeah. So I actually need to look up yes, I knew there was a, hold on, everything's not working right now. Oh, that's broken. What the hell? Give me a second, there's something wrong here. Something's not working quite right. Yeah, I guess a little better. This thing up here was broken. But yeah, I do know there's a the PG new Gundam. Alright, so we were at on the full mechanism directives, which is just telling you how to pop things out. The leg here, the heel the heel thrusters are a bit fiddly. I mean, you're gonna have to like wobble it out and like kind of. Let me try that again. It takes a bit. I actually like greased the channels, like took it apart, greased it up a bit, so like it would like be a bit more. It still doesn't work as well. It's supposed to click. Oh, and now it's popping off. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Pops in. This is a bit of a problem because it doesn't actually stay on here as well as it should. Well, we'll figure that someday. I don't know if I want to glue that on though, because there's kind of details I want to paint first. But then you paint it and then you can never take this off again if you glue it. Let's see if I can get that off again. Wobble. There we go. You need to like kind of wobble it out. Just like shimmy it until like you can kind of get it out. Don't like yank it too strong because it's going to break something. So just kind of shimmy it gently until it kind of unclicks, and these need to be lifted up before you can like get it to move. Otherwise, these kind of lock the bottom pieces in place. Shimmy it. There we go. There you go. Locks back. Let me just pop everything down. It's not too bad. We're still at the legs, but still not too bad. Alright, so now we're going to be doing hip outer armor. Let's get that written up. Hips. So this is step... Oh wait, actually no. Before we do this, I said it last time because so we don't get stuck doing boring stuff at the very end. I am going to do... where's the page for this? The flooring. It's not the base, it's the floor. Basically, we're renovating. We're redoing the flooring. Yeah, so I'm gonna do up to... Yeah, I'm gonna do the flooring. Not the base, the flooring. Alright, so for that we will need... I need to go find the things. This and then what? So we need base A, P2, which I think is just this part, whatever's left of this. That's the palm material. There's some A2 parts, some shiny stuff. I guess this thing. Alright. Base, base, base. All the base runners here, which is all these. Build all that real quick. I'm gonna put this, like, once you disassemble this, like the parts will just spread out quite a bit. I'm just gonna make a pile here. I don't know which is which. There's few enough parts I can like find what I need based on the color and stuff. So, well, but anyway, yeah. So we're gonna do the base first. So, actually called flooring, and it's step 42-1. Let's display that for people who are going to use this as a tutorial. I don't recommend using these videos as tutorials. People do it anyway. Do it at your own risk. Well, I mean, it's fine, probably. Still managing to find the cover for this thing. It was there earlier, I don't know where it went. I don't know if I swept it somewhere accidentally. It's probably on the floor. I'll find it eventually. So, let's just get all the... I'm gonna use this old nipper here just so I don't like wear out the newer nippers. This is just the flooring. It's not as mission critical. You do get like a little drawer if you want to like put extra material. You want to put spare batteries in here or something. This is nice. It's a nice little thing. I don't know where the cover for this went. Guess I just need to be careful for a bit. Always mildly annoying you lose track of things when they're right under your nose. But yeah, it's gonna be another boring day at the building things there. Why do we have undergates on these? I guess they want to keep high level of detail on everything here. So just nip everything. I don't think we need to worry too much about like where these go. It's like it's not that level of detail that you're gonna get lost. trying to figure out which part goes where. It should be somewhat evident. But then like really nice. It's a nice custom flooring. As it should be. A lot of master grade kits will, I mean, I guess early master grade kits may have had their own base options like custom bases and whatnot. But later on, I guess Bandai started adding more standard action bases. I mean, the term action base really is something specific to Bandai. Oops, no die cut. Did I not? Oh, okay. Do a rough cut essentially, just get all the parts out. I probably should be doing this more, like use this for like rough initial cut and then do a second pass with the sharper nippers. I don't know well. Alright, this is all of base D, whatever runner this is. It doesn't matter too well. Yeah, this is a big old. Yep, definitely plastic. As a plastic expert, I can safely say this is just plastic. So that's like 1, 2, no 1. Base B, that was separate. Base C. Wait, those were like. Were they? Oh, I guess they were. Oh, right. They came separate. They were not on runners. They were like, because these are so large, I guess they just like stamped in one piece, just like molded in one single piece. There's no, it doesn't come attached in runners. It's just, they can just be molded separately. And then base D and E, which is what we're doing here. Probably not gonna stay too long today. Not gonna do a very long stream. Probably just gonna do the base and one more. Like body part for the armor here. How did I ever use this? It's like it's so... I mean, the sharpness hasn't really decreased, I feel. But like if it always like cuts so blunt, I guess. It's all I look at my older stuff I built, I was like, ew, so many nubs everywhere. That's all of it. Oh, yeah. Huge, monstrous pile of runners down there at my feet. Okay. I think this one is for the, yeah. I peeked the instructions a while ago. There's a little thingy which is for the magnet. And it doesn't really stay in there, does it? Oh, it does. Oh, never mind. I hope that's for the magnet, otherwise just put the magnet in something you can get it out of. I think it's for the magnet. Unnecessary cleaning. Alright. We start with the 42-1. Let's do that. We need A2, A3. And those go here. They are equidistant, so it doesn't matter. I'm never going to take these apart. I'm trying to just clean that a tiny bit. Ever so slightly here. And try to get down there. Like so. I need to focus this thing first. Okay. And base D1, base D2, which is this thing, and that thing, with base B, which is this thing. This kind of sliding out. Look at that piston. That's why. Let's tap that in there. Well done. Don't want to go in. There we go. It is a bit stiff. I probably need to press down these things a bit. Let's see if this works. Nope, still. Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of a press. That's not too bad. Although how do we get this thing off? Oops. Hopefully nothing broke. Oh, there's like little tabs there. But yeah, there's kind of this area here. I'm trying not to stab your own fingers. basically carving out the circles there a little bit. Very slightly, just so that we have an easier time. It's probably not a good idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And just so I can like have a slightly easier time with this, like so, and still kind of hits a little bit less. Alright, so one thing I kind of want to do here while I'm playing around with this thing, get some of that lithium multi-purpose grease, just get a tiny bit. Put a little bit on there. Don't think it'll help much, but just a bit. Helps. Yeah, that actually helps. Alright. Didn't expect that. Alright, so parts that I've lost track of now. Or this, I suppose. Just go a bit further. And where does that go? Base A, base B. Oh, wait, that's 42-2, okay. Got the wrong part there. Base A, base B goes here. Same thing here, just tiny bit of grease. I keep knocking into things. Just a little bit. Find the other one. There it is. Same thing, just add a little bit of grease. I mean, I assume like most people won't have this available, but I'm just saying, it's useful to have. I understand, like, most people wouldn't have grease lying around, but just feel like eventually you might want to grease this drawer. just to make it a bit easier to like get this moving. You don't want to like wear out the plastic too much. Alright, so that's the base. This is 42-1, 42-2, we already did that. We move on to 42-3, so we have a nice little base with all the like a piston action here. It's very nice. Now, P2, 14 plus base D16. There's a little ratcheting system down there, I think. Nope, not yet. Let's say that goes on here. It's fine, I guess. Well, and then base D. Nine. And that goes like that. That's like a locking mechanism here. There you go. Locks it in place. And you pop that so you can move it, and then you pop it back in. Like so. Just to make this a little bit easier again. Just tiny amount of grease there. Just put that on there just because whatever. This just helps it along a bit. I'll put it on the outside where you'll be touching. And basically just, yeah. It just helps a little bit with the movement. Not wholly necessary either way. Where's the thing? 30.2? Nope, I need a 4. No? 3.5? Where's the 3.5? 3.5. Nope. I don't know how big this thing is. It looks like a 4. But it's actually slightly smaller than a 4. Yeah, these don't have very clear, like, sizing. I'm just reaming the opening a bit just to make it a bit easier to fit. Got some under gates here for no reason. Why? I don't know. Quality, that's why. I feel like the interest in this kit sharply decreases once you start adding the armor parts to it. Like so. It's kind of black, so you can't really tell. So, yeah, you got your button here, which is a bit hard to move. Oh, this one's stuck now. Maybe I should put more grease in there. Yeah, probably. Actually, let me do that. I don't like how stiff this thing is. It's kind of hurting my fingers. I said I'm not gonna spend too long on this build today, and I end up wasting time doing unnecessary things. Alright, so just push this out. My stick. Get a healthy amount of grease. Put a bunch on there. Spread it out of it. Oh, it's getting a bit on the outside, but I guess that's fine. Let's hope that's enough. It should be. Oh, it's a little bit better. Not great, but a little bit better. Okay. Just a little bit. For most intents and purposes, I won't be using lock mechanisms probably. It's 42-3. 42-4. Base E8. I think that's that and that. Get the undergatos. Probably should have done this before I even started doing any of the armor. As soon as I finished doing the inner frame. Same here. Easily. And base D7. Looks like I'll need base D2. Base D7 and base D8. These looking things. And this is base D2. With those nubs, not sure if that's even necessary, but we're doing it anyway. Alright, so hold it like so. Base D7 goes like this. I feel like I should be using some grease everywhere. Feels like because it's plastic on plastic, and I feel I should like get a little bit of grease in there just a little bit of lubricant to help it along, make sure it doesn't seize up. That's not the right part. What am I doing? That doesn't seem to be the part we need. Well, it kind of looks like it, but that's not it. Is it? Oh wait, there's two kind of similar pieces, I guess. Okay, so not this one. This is base D2. And try to get that one off. I can't. Yes. Let's try to do this without harming ourselves. Don't be afraid to use the table as a cutting board. Get the grease off this thing. Probably should cover the grease. Can of grease. Remember to cover it when you're not using it so you don't put your elbow in it. As it happens sometimes. Now, don't know where this goes. I think it goes like that. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, that looks about right. There you go. 42-5. Now we take this thing and oh, that's not it. Base D14. Something else entirely. Base D14. Yeah. I'm trying to find those nubs where they might be. Get the other side as well, check for nubs. Okay, so then, yep, another area where we might need a bit of grease. Take a bit of lithium grease there, just get that in that channel.
From YouTube, Marcel Mendieta said hello, good evening.
Hello Marcel, good evening. Hope you're doing well. We're greasing our parts here. A little bit of multi-purpose lithium grease. Graisse universelle au lithium. Lithium? Grasa de multi-uso. I think. And we're just greasing some channels. Because plastic on plastic, yeah, I don't trust. Well, it's not. This isn't Bandai plastic on plastic, so we're just greasing it a bit.
From YouTube, Marcel Mendieta said at the base.
Yeah, I'm doing the base first because if I finish building the whole thing and I end up with just the base left, it's going to be a bit boring. So right now I'm just give that a little thingy here. If I just get, I'm just let off with the base to build at the end, and the whole thing's complete just sitting there. It's gonna be boring. So for now, I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Now, 42-6. Yeah, so just finish the base first. That way, when we're done, we're actually done. We're not just sitting there. Okay, this one like so. And this thing goes. This kind of, so it kind of locks into place here. Oh, so it doesn't, it ratchets out, but you have to like, this is nice. It ratchets out and then you lock it into place. Okay, so then we join this whole thing together, and let me just pre-drill a bit first. Not all that necessary, but whatever. No power drill today. That was a bit excessive. The drilling there. Get those shavings out of the hole. Alright. Join this and that together, make sure there's nothing else. It's nice and big. And slides nicely. I feel like this should be a bit more. I should move a bit more, I feel. Or I should have cut this little piece back there, but we'll see how it goes. I may have to like remove a little bit down there, take it apart, just remove this little, just like make this travel a bit more. Might be enough though, I don't know. Alright, so now that's 42-6, no, 42-7. Base D6. Let's look like it. And that goes kind of holds these together. And base D, it has undergate. Base D12. That goes. That's nice. It's a nice, thick, custom base. But the base itself is so detailed, you won't paint it. This part, though, is kind of annoying me now. You know what? We're building this. It was meant to be a quick adventure in and out, 20 minutes. It's probably going to take more than an hour. Let's try not to break the blade there. Oh, it flew off. This must be the largest piece that ever flew off. Stab in a twist. Just like you would a person. Try not to get too much grease on everything. Separate this a little bit. Of course, there's grease on that. I'm just gonna chop this area there a bit. Ready. Just trying to get grease on everything. So use my old nippers there. Probably too much, but hopefully doesn't like jeopardize the structural integrity of the base. Should do its job there. Wait, which way does it go in? Plenty. I hope. Okay, so hold like so. That's about right. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but it's done anyway, so too late now. Where's the damn thing? There it is. Okay, so that needs to be quite a bit, I think. Get all that in there, back again. Get the lever, the switch through there. Like so. Alright, that's back to 42-7, now the 42-8 with base D10 and 11. And some indicators. So goes through there, and do I even need to do this? I don't think so. This is like a 6.5. Do I have a 7? Nope, that's the biggest one I have. Okay. It just slides on so easily. Like so. You have a little clip down there. Now, this goes in here. Like that. Clips into place. And then you can... Well, it doesn't help. Wait, that doesn't move. Oh, it does. Never mind. I guess I didn't need to do that thing then, so because that's all it moves. Maybe. Yeah, that was useless. Should have trusted the process. Now, base. So that was 42-9 this step. Then we move immediately to 42-10, which is base D4 with the indicators. Because you kind of want to... How does 3.2 or 3? Looks like a 3. A rare 3mm peg there. And pop that in there. Press all the way. There we go. Seems as you could, I mean, it looks like you could use screws if you wanted here, because you could like get some larger screws, kind of have this all held together really tight, so it really never comes out. So they could technically have given us like screws with like wide, like flanged heads, I guess, and those would have gone in here and made sure nothing would get loose. That's a nice looking base. Right. Is that it? Nope, not yet. Oh, we have all the... No, it's all just fixtures, accessories. Little base E18, which I'm assuming is this and that. Base E18, base E19, and one of these is. What's that again? 42-10. So that goes in there, pointing. So the slanted part is like away from the, like pointing upwards. Okay, try to push that in there without warping it. I feel that's not right. Maybe on this side. Yeah. Okay, that's not. Yeah, you're gonna have to like push. Yeah, it makes more sense to use a stick to push
From
down.
YouTube, Marcel Mendieta said, have you ever thought about getting a Robot Spirits figure?
I mean, the only problem I have with those is that, well, they come pre-assembled, right? It's a figurine. It's not a model kit. Or am I wrong about that? The robot damashi things. I thought those were all like pre-assembled, just like figures. And they are kind of expensive. I know they can be more detailed. I mean, they look more detailed than plastic model kits. I've never actually seen one in person. I have it's like, if you get like one of those, well, it would have to be something really special to justify the price. And 99% of the fun is building the kit, not just like having a completed figure at the end. Yeah, thought about it, yeah. Probably won't get one though. It's like as long... I don't know. Yeah, I probably won't get one. It would have to be like really special. Okay, so that goes... This is 42 dash... We're skipping a step here. Oh, I guess we did 42-12. We're doing base E5 and base E6. Easy enough. 42-13. Base E14, base E15. With all those undergatos. Base E. Oops, right. Okay, press all that together. Here's some mechanical advantage. Levers, whatever. I want to say Archimedes, but not Archimedes. Whoever the guy who came up was like in Greece saying about levers lifting the world. Anyway, that guy. So then this thing, hold it like that, and that guy like so. So there's a little notch there, so you get it through in here, match the notch, and try not to be too rough, push it all the way, and turn to lock it into place. Oh, it's like a crane arm, I guess. Oh, it's the same as that came with this guy. He had like a little platform for to get char into the thing. This one also has a similar thing. That's a bigger version of it. Oh, although it looks like it's a bit warped. It's like bent. It's not like lined up perfectly. So I'm gonna try to bend that a bit. It did nothing. Oh, maybe it's this one that needs to be bent. Yeah, that's this one. Try not to, because those could just snap. Might need to heat it up and bend it. Or maybe not. Need to heat it up a little bit, soften it, and then kind of apply some pressure just to get it to warp back. Alright. Base 10. Wait, those aren't nubs. Base E10 goes here. I don't know if that's the right order for that. Wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. Because those will... Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay then. Okay, this way. There's a longer bit and a shorter bit. Press somewhat gently. We'll need some cement eventually to make all this hold together. And then we need base E1 and base E2. This. And that. This is kind of a large platform for... How big is the character anyway? It's 1/100. This can't be that big. Yeah, well, I guess it's fine. It's reasonable for like a platform to stand on, I guess. It's reasonably sized. That on there. Push that in all the way. As much as it'll go anyway. Don't press on this bar because you could crack it. And finally, that way. Like so. 2-14. Base E11. It tells us to pay attention to the notch position. There's a notch here. Fine with a hole. This hole, I guess. Get that in there. Is that the right hole? That is the right hole. There we go. And turn it 90 degrees like so. And then that thing this way up, and that way in, like that. So that will become our like so. Kind of. That's become our platform here. We also have some steps. Pretty big steps again. You compare, I guess, but it's like more like a ramp than stairs. Excuse me. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty big for like compared to the size of the people. Just put a little less effort in here. I mean, it's still pretty decent for a base, at least, given the base that I've seen before. So that goes over there. Oh, that kind of lines up with this thing. Assuming it goes in, which it doesn't want to. Which way is this supposed to go? Just shave a tiny amount off. I don't know if this is correct. Seems fine, I guess. It does say like, yeah. It goes like so. It still rotates just fine though. Alright, so yeah. I guess it's kind of it's a well, it's not really accessible, but the angle's a bit too high for a ramp, but pseudo stairs, I guess. And this thing, these are smaller stairs. You can probably get 1/100 scale figures. They probably sell those for like dioramas and stuff, and you can fill up the space with Xeon engineers doing their thing. Let's remove a slight amount of material here and here, so you can get in there easier. That goes in there. And it lines up with this little thing here. Nice, very nice lining up thing here. Remember this thing? This goes here. This is the magnet. There's a little node there. We got ourselves a small. I think we have. Does it have any stickers on this? No, we don't have any shiny stickers, but you could probably get any kind of shiny stickers left over from some SG kit and just stick them on there for like some light effect, I guess. Might be upside down. Yeah, it's probably upside down. Like so. That's a bit approximate. It seems it's gonna fall off easily. And then pop that in there. There you go. It's a little bit of, I guess, floodlights, but there's only 2 for a thing this size. I think you would need a bit more, like lights. You might want to put like little lights on the base to illuminate this at some point. Little like conic. I don't know how to do that. There's probably some LED stuff you can do to mimic floodlights. And that, oh, that was like 24. No, 22-16. Okay, basically 24 little. Anyway, yeah. So this is the base, which is a very nice base. There's extra stuff. What does that do? Oh, okay, it's not done. I missed a couple of steps there. Skip a few steps unintentionally. I mean, this is just like fixtures. You'll excuse me if I don't get them all in the
On
right
YouTube,
order.
Marcel Mendieta said you have a 3D printer. You could look for a design for pilots and crew members.
Yeah. Although, like, the problem is, like, they're very, 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 very small. I guess I could, but it's like printing this size, like this thickness, can be difficult. Unless I print them, I guess, this way, but it's a bit difficult. Yeah, you can try. But then this size is gonna be a bit, like, it's very, very small. It's like smaller scale than, like, you need like something. Well, I can try, but I'm sure if I saw something, like, they sell them like in for dioramas are pretty common. Some weird thing here, and some other weird thing over there. I don't know what that is. Basically, whatever is left in terms of parts for the base there, we'll just stick everything on. And where do you go? Just like that. And that looks like some... Oh, it's a thing with wheels. I guess this is a trash bin or something. And you pop that in there. Try to pop that in there. It doesn't want to go in. Which way do you go? Oh, it's supposed to go only one certain way? Yep. Well, one of these has to work. There's only 2 of these. Okay. I don't know if I did this right. That should be right. According to this, anyway. There we go. down the road, we'll glue all these down, we'll paint them, we'll do whatever. Well, years from now, when we're old and the AI has enslaved us, we shall have lots of free time in between filling out surveys or writing prompts for the AI just to get some pocket money, and then we'll be able to paint these. I don't know what I'm talking about, but anyway, yeah, the base. So how long have I been doing this? 1 hour 30. So I guess I'm gonna do it like for another hour or something, hour and a half. I'm gonna try to go back to the hip outer armor. Alright, so building hips, that's 28-1. So for that we need eye. Do I have that? I don't. So we're like looking for, we need VRL2. What is this one? That's not it. This is I. IRV. Yeah, we're quickly running out of runners. No, these are already open. Okay. This thing's quite big, so I'm going to put it off the table for now. Okay, IRV, so let's make some piles. That's all of the V, I suppose. a nice little pile over here. They're all different shades, different glossiness. I don't know if I'm gonna need all of these parts, but I'm getting them out anyway. This is the last sprint. Whatever these are, these look suspicious. Do we have... These look like those will go in a spring and be a power conduit, but we didn't get any springs. No. You know what? Let me just put that aside for a second. I is small, so we just get all the parts off I. Careful with this one. Same with this one. Looks like the gate is like all the way up here, but actually is a little bit off center. Oh, there's a bunch of them like that. Did I make a mistake already? Let's just flip that over because it's a bit more visible on this side. Yeah. the whole of I think. Alright, let's get this thing over there. So, first it says remove a bunch of stuff. Remove this. Remove that, I guess. Gently. Alright, and this. And this as well. Somehow. Where does that even lock? So, pop that in the back. There we go. What do you lock? Oh, this here to make sure it doesn't wobble side to side. There's a little locking mechanism here, a little locking mechanism there to make sure it doesn't move around. Alright, so let's put these over there. So we start with the bare thing there. I free. Noisy. Random coughing.
I can tell we need to talk about things, so I'll let you start.
How about no?
Oh, I understand that. You need help with what you say? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, because the last...
Hey. Music is random. Yeah, so I thought this is actually for the action base. I thought it was like something had fallen off, but no. This hole is for the action base. So I3 goes underneath here, like so. And it hides a bunch of detail, of course. Stuff we painted for no reason is now forever hidden. Makes you wonder why we even bothered. So that should go in like so. Just wiggle that in a bit. It doesn't want to be wiggled. What do we do now? Let's try this way. Maybe that'll work. Yep, okay. There you go. Let's make sure to move the switch out of the way and then move the switch back. There you are. Yeah, it's kind of like the armor parts are just look plastic, whereas the inner frame kind of doesn't. Weird. Okay, 21. Okay, so I14, I15. This and that. I-14. Is there even a hole to go through here? What am I seeing here? No. Okay. I-14. -21-2. I-15. And it does. No, it doesn't cover everything. It does. It leaves some of the piping visible from the outside. There. All right. It doesn't really help with these parts, which still, I think, yeah, they still come off kind of quite easily. I don't know if it's like supposed to be this way. Doesn't seem to make much of a difference. And I-1, which appears to be the cover for the action base hole. Assuming I find it. It's in there somewhere. There. Oh, there you go. I-1. This is the action base hole, so action base cover. So if you don't want to use the action base, you just pop that on there and it just hides, which is a nice thing because these days a lot of kits don't bother giving you this extra piece. Even master grade kits, I feel, sometimes might not do that. Well, high grade definitely on the Bandai side, they don't do that anymore. So, and then 29-1, we go to this part. Is from 6-2, R22. Let's move these out of the way a bit. Let's get some stuff out of R22, 24. Now I'll just get everything I can out of here. And I hope these are all the same numbers, meaning they are all the same parts. Yep, they are. Which is probably a horrible idea what I'm doing right now, which is removing all of them. Because these are definitely parts that want to be lost. Okay, that's all of it. I don't know how many pieces got misplaced, hopefully none. There's a bunch of very small parts here. There's like weird circles, which looks like stuff you would find in craft bins at discount stores for making necklaces and friendship bracelets. I have no idea what it's going to be used for. We're going to find out. Maybe something to do with this. I don't know. Alright, so 29-1 part from F62, and we will need R24, R22, R25, I'm assuming, or the reverse is also possible. Where does that even go? Just on there like that? Oh, okay. Let's pop it on there and press that onto here gently because we don't want to break. Maybe push that through there like so. Similarly here, give this a bit of support when you're pushing it through so it does not crack. There you go. What does that do again? No. Not bad. It does hide a bit of the detail though. Like the inner frame struts, I guess, structure. Okay, 29-2, we should try to pick up the pace. Yeah, let's do like another 30 minutes, see if we can finish. Yeah, we should be able to finish in like 30 minutes. And then that'll be that for today. And we might be back tomorrow, and then tomorrow, the day after, and probably until Friday.
From Twitch, Raminger said hey.
Hello, Raminger. How you doing? Okay. This is kind of squeaky. All right, R23. 21 dash. Where is it? Oh, this is R. 23 V. Did I do V? Oh, I did. V2 and V5. Okay, so let's get the undergates out. Listen, Is this related to what I'm doing right now, Ramming Core? Or are you asking me to buy something from you? Because if you're off, like, telling me you sell some art or panels or stuff for Twitch, I don't need any of that. Okay. No, I haven't seen Ghost in the Shell. Tell me more about it. Alright, so 1, 2, like so, and then 3 like that. Actually, make sure you press that down all the way. This was R23, then we need again, carefully get those into these structures there. Support the back so you don't press too hard. Even if you press a bit too hard, it's not gonna push it and crack it. Not too bad. I feel like this is supposed to go in a bit further. It'll be fine. It's not too bad. I mean, it hides most of the detail, but it doesn't look too bad. Alright, so that's 29-2. So now we move on to... well, it's actually skirt armor. -1. And we need these thingies. 7-1 and 7-2. Okay, so we need R6. L2, which is from this pile. If I no, wait, that's not it. L2. Wait a minute. Oh, this one. Okay. I should get these as well. Very few parts. On this, I'm gonna get the whole thing. I have the little bib here for the Xeon pattern. This is Xeon logo. We got our character here, so what I'm gonna do is just get the whole thing out. And get this one too. hopefully not nipping my fingers. And this. And that. Alright, so we got this one separated, so we're gonna keep it on here until we can figure out what to do with it someday. Alright, so 4L2 7. Let's leave this here, a file. And then we need V7. Yeah, I already forgot which file is which. V7. R9, which I think is this. I wonder if I should do like a black background instead of a white background. Okay, 30-1, so let's get both of these out here. We need R2 6. No, wait, this one. This way? Huh. Oh. Oh, 2. Wait, that doesn't seem right. 127. That should be it. Where does that even go? Oh, I see. So go under here, and then this thing goes on top of it and clips in here. Oh, it's to stay in there. This one here. Press. Like so. It kind of clips everything together. Nice. And then do the same on the other side so we don't waste time here. Make sure it's pressed in all the way. And then V7 and V11. Like so. V11, R9, and R12. It also helps hold this piece in this place. And same on the other side. Go, slides right on. Get our paint marker here. Just a little dab. Here. Let's let that dry for a second. That was 30-1, 30-2. Now we go to 31-1. And we take these things times 2. We need V12, V15. There you go. R3. And R13. These are a bit simple. Okay. 31-1, so we need these things on the side here. Maybe. Should maybe just pre-draw that slightly. And press on either side here. I don't know, again, I have no idea what size holes these things are. I would say metric, but it's not. Alright, so that's... and... R3 on here. It's a little flap. Hopefully that's fine. Yeah. And that goes with R13 on top. Very nice. Do the same on the other side. Needs a little bit of claims that it needs a sticker there, but we're not gonna put a sticker in there. Just a dot there. And another dot there. Leave those to dry. And then we move on to 32-1. I'm gonna have to hide all this now. So lift. Okay, so we need to open this up and lift. Surprisingly, the paint over there just did the job staying there. Like so. Open that up. Alright, so we need R18. Which is in there somewhere. Like so. R18. That's 2.5. Ever so slight pre-drill here. And then press that in there. All the way in, as per usual. And we need, again with the heat there. -2. What's that one? Yes, that's one. 32-2, and then just push that back in, I guess. Okay, it doesn't want to mess up here. Oh, the thing here got a bit shifted. What the hell? Something popped off. Oh, then. Ah. Don't tell me it broke. Did it break? How did that even happen? Okay, let's get this out of here. Oh. Well then. I'll explain it. There's actually a peg it's supposed to sit on. One of these days we're gonna have to take all of this apart and glue all these parts together. And that's gonna be fun. Trying to get that back on there. I suppose building a ship in a bottle will be easier. Maybe I should start doing that. Let's make sure those are staying put. And technically do I even need those? Like so. Like so. There we go. Close it up. as much as we can. Yeah, I'm gonna have to this is gonna be an adventure. A full-time job, just gluing all these. I'm gonna need like gallons and gallons of plastic cement. Alright, R 19 V 14 13. Taking excessive care about the edge there, which is very sharp. Oh, fairly sharp. Okay, so then that thing goes on there, which is a kind of a floating part there. Well, we shouldn't have done that then. Open that up again. Lift. Support the back. Pre-drill very slightly here. Very slight. Get that in here. Probably remove these so you can better support. This thing won't get out. Oh, I see. There's a reason for all this. Is like a little. There's actually a little mechanism here. Alright. So hold the thing in the back and press on here. Make sure it goes in all the way. Alright. And try to locate that. Like so. And close it again. There we go. Nice. And then on the sides here, I wonder if I probably should have not done that. Oh, too late now. Should have kept it open. Okay, so where do you go? Is that even a thing? Okay. Yeah. Wriggle that in there. Seems to be working fine. I don't know if there's anything preventing it, like pushing it too hard. Oh, you can support it. Just press on the back here and support it. It is support the piece while you're pushing these parts on, so it doesn't damage the hinge or any other part, but it wiggles. Alright. 22-3 R17 V8 and V10, I imagine. I hope that was not a necessary piece, because I just trimmed it off. Oh well. It looked like the nub, but I have no idea now. Gently press. Don't overdo it. I feel like this thing's not. Yeah. Make sure it is fully in. Same with this one. I feel like this is getting a bit messed up. Both of them should like move together, but like it feels like they're moving a bit independently now. And a bit messed up already. There we go. Missed nope, there's no, okay, never mind. No things that we are covering up these little things there. Which way do you go? There it is. And there we go. Covering up the little paint things there. Well, stickers normally, so anything else? Nope, that's all of them. Hey, we're done. Kind of on time too. Alright, so nothing else. So let's assemble this. Get that down here. Try to like so. Push that in all the way so it doesn't. This won't wiggle. If you unlock this, this does wiggle. And if you unlock it, there's like lots of little locking mechanisms like that. let's keep it locked. So we're assembling. This is actually 33-1. And finally on the front, lift that up, pop that on there gently. There we go. Carefully, because it's all like held up at this little gold chrome piece here. And then, these two. Just gently pop that on there. Don't apply a lot of force, you don't want to wear out the joint here. Not too bad. It flips open all over the place. Lots of flappy bits. Flapping around, flopping around. We saw it a bit in the back. And you need to some help here. So lift it a little bit here, not too much. And there you go. All sorts of openings and whatchamacallit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here today. So I just put that down. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I wonder, can you get out? Oh, the whole thing came out. I don't think that was meant to happen. Yep, that was not meant to happen. At any rate, we'll fix that later. I was trying to be doing something on top of that, but I guess not. Okay. So that goes. This is just for a preview. I'm not pushing this in all the way yet because it's gonna clip in and I don't want that. So for now, yeah, this is how it looks. Oops. So you need to unlock that. And then you can kind of wriggle that out to some extent. Like so. The only part you need to like pull on the hinge a bit there on the flap to kind of get it out. So unlock these. And then like so. And so like it's a very, very flared opening here. Yeah, okay. We're gonna stop here for the day. And oh, there we go. It's a bit close though. It's not zoomed out. It goes. It's like barely fits on a platform. It's like huge, ginormous, ridiculous. Alright, so we're gonna leave it here and be back tomorrow. Well, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. I'm playing it by ear right now. Some days I might be a bit too tired. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I think like it's gradually losing viewers because people don't really care that much about the outer armor as much, like as the inner frame. Like that's more exciting. Once you finish assembling, it's probably gonna look nice, but it was more exciting building the inner frame than it was building the outside.
From YouTube, Marcel Mendieta said, okay, have a good night, bye.
Thank you, Marcel. Have a good night as well. And yeah. Alright, thank you. And good night, everyone. And see you guys next time. I know, it's kind of boring these days. Okay, bye.